Yes, you may not talk about Bruno, but I'm going to talk about mental health. That is the plan tonight. You're listening to Kids FM 101.7. My name is Captain Lionel, and I've got with me the sage of a century. I don't know if I'm saying it right or if I'm loading him with praises now. All right, then, Mr. Sage, welcome to the show.
Good evening. It's my pleasure being here all the time. I love doing this, and I'm so happy to be in Kids FM studio. What a beautiful studio. I mean, you can't phantom this. This is awesome.
Yes, the splash of colors.
So amazing. Very amazing.
Yes. So, thank you for, talking about the aesthetics. But, Mr. Sage, you've been doing this for 2 decades. I think that's enough reason for me to see the need to always, call you whenever we want to have conversations about teens. Yeah. Even though, the generations are changing, the times are changing. Yes. There are some things and some cultural ethics that we hold on to, right? And of course, that's what makes us one people and allows us to have these conversations at the end of the day. So tonight, I wanted us to talk about mental health. This is a conversation that you're probably very familiar with.
Yes.
You've probably had the experience to talk about this for a while. And I wanted us to look at it from a unique angle. But before we get there, for the benefit of the audience, who is Mr. Sage?
Okay. My name is David. That's the government name. But Sage is one person that is on a mission, and the mission is to help the young adults, the teenagers, and of course the singles. Okay, let's say humanity. Let me put it that way. So what we do here is that we speak to people, we make them know purpose, we make them understand why they were created in the first instance. We give them the confidence and the zeal to forge ahead and to move on. And how do we do that? We give them the optimistic part of their life and remove the pessimistic part of their life. Because you are your number one fan. If you believe in yourself first, then either you are validated or not, it won't really matter. So we build the confidence, we build the ability to know yourself. That's what we do here. So I pioneered this, and I've been doing this for, like he said, 2 decades, like 20 years plus. I've been building young adults, and it's been amazing. Though it comes with a lot of hiccups, a lot of some family issues, and when you listen to them, you feel like, what are these humans like?
Yeah,
I have a voice note here that I'm going to share with you later of a girl's confession of what made her fail jam 4 times in her house, like staying with her stepfather, and the whole trauma she had and stuff, the mental stress she had and stuff. And each time she talk about it, the mother feel like, you want to destroy my marriage.
Wow. Okay. What a wonderful evening to have this conversation. World, if you're listening, you will be taken by storm, I assure you. Because tonight's conversation, like I said, mental health. The first time we spoke about mental health was 2 weeks ago, and that's where we decided to talk about the foundations, basically what it means, and on a very simple scale, what we could get was mental health has to do with the way you think, feel, and act, right? So it has to do with your thinking faculty, your emotions, and of course stress is in the conversation as well.
Yes, true.
So we also understood that there are numerous things that can cause stress.
Yes.
And for teens, you're talking schoolwork, you're talking assignments, and these days, pardon me, but during my time, I knew I had assignments and classwork. I've seen primary school students literally bring back six what's it called now? Books. Yeah, they are bringing back 6 books
daily.
Yeah, and it's it's mind-boggling, but you would say, oh, this is a new generation. These are teens that are sharper, smarter. These are little kids that can, hold a conversation even at age 3, age 4, age 5. But staying on key, there is a lot of stress
Mm-hmm.
that teens pack,
True.
right? But we have looked at it from the aspect of what teens can do.
Yeah, because they're serious or something. We're talking about that. I direct a school. I have a secondary school, so
Yeah.
and a primary school. If there's one thing the government have done this year, this calendar year, is to reduce the amount of subject in school. Amazing thing from this dispensation.
Yeah.
So earlier we had like 18 subjects in primary school, 18 subjects for a basic one pupil,
Yeah.
18 subjects. Now it's been reduced to 9. Compulsory. They've removed a lot of subjects. Same thing with secondary school also. They had like 19 subjects. They reduced it to 13. In fact, there is no more agric science in the junior school. It's now livestock, just livestock, a part of agric, or crop management, a part of agric. There is no more basic tech. You did basic tech when you were in school.
Yeah, I did basic tech
There,
in-
there is no more basic tech.
Wow.
It's now called BST, Basic Science and Technology, one subject.
Ah,
So it has
Wow.
reduced the stress.
yes.
And I have a standing order in my school. You cannot give a child more than 2 assignments per day. The child has been studying from 8
I-
o'clock
I'm
to
sure.
3.
I'm sure that your maths and English teacher would have, said one or two things back to you when you made that rule.
Yeah, they did. But that's the rule. Because a child will come to school 8 a.m., will leave by 3. Some will do extra lesson to 4. Some will do extra lesson to 6. Why? Because their parents are not at home. They want to keep them busy, not minding the child's mental state. So from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., a child has been learning book. And it's a boring textbook, black and white textbook. Have you seen Nigerian textbooks?
Yeah.
Boring.
Yeah.
So by 6 p.m., you start doing the assignment of the school, the lesson, and the lesson, the extra lesson, 3 assignments. Then by 8, you will take lunch, or she will take lunch.
Yeah.
By 10, gone to bed. By 5, because you are going to work, you wake that child up, 7 hours sleep. By 5,
Yeah.
the child is up again, going back to school again, and that routine continues like that.
Yeah.
And you're wondering why these kids are brilliant but not intelligent. No, it's a clear difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of kids are very brilliant. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. But ask them 2 plus 2 minus 1 times 2 divided by 4. Problem. Intelligent. That's what they don't have. But they are brilliant. So that's it. So when you stress a child mentally, at the end, the child give minimum, can't go max. Why? Because the mental level is already stressed. And there's a little the mind can take at a particular time.
Absolutely true. Mr. Sage, you've already gotten into the conversation. I mean, we're already eating from it. But let's try to dissect it as well. The conversation founded on the grounds of mental health. We're trying to look at what schools and families can do, to make it easier for the teens. Of course, I'm going to open up the phone lines at some point, but Mr. Sage already shared what he's doing with his school, a standing order that 2 assignments per day. And then you also make it easier. And I mean, coming from you who owns a school, I mean, this is also a communication to some of the teachers out there and, of course, some of the parents as we will get there. But still on school, right? As much as there is so much pressure and stress to deliver, and, of course, most of the callers and some of the teens are writing their examinations now, the senior WAEC and the junior WAEC.
It's coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
What can schools do? Because these students must pass at the end of the day, and it still comes back to you as a teacher. Yes, you guys are getting bad results. Okay, yes, you're gonna blame the students, but at the end of the day, it's still you that owns the school. So it makes you look bad when you cannot give good grades.
To feel your school has bad academic standard or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
It's even so much pressure that I've seen. I don't want to call names of schools.
Yeah.
They literally have, when it's 3 months or 6 months to examination, you see their track record, their history. You see students' faces on the walls of their school with the results that they got.
315 jam.
You
319 jam.
So it's like a marketing strategy for them.
Yeah.
But what can schools do differently? For me, I'd say that they should remove that, putting 300 and something in jam, I can't tell you how to market your school, but I mean, it's just a lot. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's more about the school's image and publicity. It doesn't have anything to do with the child or with the kids. So the school wants to sell their school like, okay, so in this school we make this kind of results. We get 280 or sorry 300 in JAMB, 400 in JAMB. In our WAEC we have a parallel or something. Now you're not even looking at the stress on the child. Now people will say to pass exam is easy. In fact, left to me, I think exam is not the true test of knowledge. So a child might want to write exam now, and so that time from the house, the boy have seen the father and the mother fight dirty that morning. So that has an impact on the child already, and the child is going to the exam to write an exam. Of course, may not do well. Then somebody that is happy, whatever, just come to the exam and decide to do well. Then prize giving day comes. Now say the best in mathematics is this person.
Yeah,
that can kill the morale of another child.
Yeah.
That is actually brilliant, but because of what happened in the family that morning, he or she couldn't comfort him herself. So I think rewarding good grades is not bad, but see, I believe there's nothing like the best. Just say this person did well, take it. But if you say the best, that means the others are what?
Yeah.
My opinion.
Yeah.
My opinion. And that's why in my own setting, there's not like first, second, or third. Grade A. If you have 75, it's A. If you have 105 over 100, it's still A.
Okay, wait.
You get it?
I mean, you've done two things different. This is the second one. You're saying that in your school, you're not grading them.
First,
this
second,
is first,
third.
this is second.
Nah.
So you just put everybody in the A bracket.
If you have 75 to 100 and whatever, A. 74 below, B. That's it. There's no A.
Okay.
There is no first, second, third, 24 to 50.
But is there a percentage at the end of the day
that determines the A?
Yes.
Yeah, when you have
Is
75
there?
and above.
But I mean, because we're competitive, and sorry, maybe because it was my time. It was in my time when we were
We'll
doing
ask
first,
each other,
second, yeah. You know.
Now it's funny now. We send results to the parents directly. The kids don't even know their result.
Oh. That means the kid is already waiting for you before you get home.
Well, depends on the parents.
Okay.
On the parents.
Okay. Interesting. 8:45 p.m. right here in the heart of the city. I've got Mr. Sage, and we're talking about what schools now can do a little differently. And he shared two things. But we're going to take a quick recess, drink some water, and then come back to continue the conversation. I've got Nick Jonas' Home Ferdinand movie. It's an animation. And please do well to pay attention because we are coming back and we've got more to share. Yes, you don't need to ask anyone to love you again. You're listening to your Family Fun Radio. This is Kids FM 101.7. My name is Captain Lionel, and I am here with Mr. Sage.
Yep.
How you doing, Mr.
The
Sage?
building in its pockets.
It's the in it puppet for me.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm fine.
I mean, we've been having a scintillating conversation,
Yeah.
off the mic. But then again, the conversation somehow has to finish, even though we don't want it to finish. We've been talking about mental health as it has to do with schools and parents, of course. What are the things that parents can do a little differently? We will get into that. We've looked at two things. I don't know if those are your two things for schools, where you say that
more,
reduce the assignments.
Yes, and the subjects.
Okay.
The government have done that for us, so that's a good one.
Yeah.
This.
So reduce the subjects which the government has done. You said they've reduced it from 18 to about 9.
9 years.
Yeah. So that's pretty good. And then of course the second was let me try to remember.
Okay.
Where you said
2 assignments per day.
2 assignments per day.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're still on track.
Yeah.
Now, before I open up the phone lines, because I plan to, let's move over to the parents, because they say that that is the foundation of pretty much everything. You know, that's
Boom.
your first, your first area of socialization is the
Yes.
house,
Yeah.
the family. So what do parents need to know? What do they need to do a little differently?
With the
From
kids.
as
To
it has to do with mental
yeah,
health.
to listen to your kids' parents.
Hmm.
Just listen to your kids. We know that you're very matured. We know you've seen life more than them. Thank you. We know. But listen to your kids. There's this thing that happened sometime. I don't want to mention the name of the school or something. That they said the child has been complaining to the parents that he's been bullied in school, and the
Yeah,
parent overlooked it until the worst happened. I don't want to mention. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
Sometimes your kids will be telling you things. Listen to them. Don't say, well, I know life more than you. They may be saying things that are very, very cogent, very important things about themselves to you. They may not say it in the most palatable way, but when you listen, not to respond, listen to help them out. They
yeah,
are saying things that are deep. So when you listen to your kids, so your kids is saying that, Dad, I want to be in commercial class. He said, no, your uncle became an accountant. I mean, he's broke. He has no money. I want you to do nursing in US. Nursing sales. They pay them this amount of money. He said he wants to be in the commercial class.
yeah,
You don't have to force someone's experience
yeah,
related to your own child. They are also made auditors, made accountants, made bankers that are doing well too.
yeah.
So sometimes our parents put their fears, their own
Hmm.
trauma on the kids, and this is why parents need to listen to your kid.
I
Listen to
wish
your
you
kid.
could say it again because I'm so happy that you mentioned those words. You see, their fears and
Yeah,
their traumas on their
their
kids
kids. Yeah.
because it is very, very I mean, my parents, I'm not calling out anyone, but my parents at some
Yeah.
point, I could feel it.
Mm.
I could feel it in the conversations. I could feel it in some of the things that they were saying. I
Saying
could
yeah.
hear it, you know. I mean,
Mm.
if you're an intelligent child, you can pick one of these things up.
Mm.
You may not know what it's called. You may not know that it's fear or trauma.
Yeah.
You could just hear it that when they're giving you those tips, those
It's
life
coming from a
lessons,
place of
it just comes
mm.
in. It's like even me too. When I was, we're
I'm
two
I'm not
different.
you,
Yeah,
man.
you understand.
Okay.
So, parents, listen a little more.
Yeah.
Parents, listen
Listen
to
to
your
your
children.
children. We are
Are
the
the leaders
leaders
of
of tomorrow.
tomorrow. Okay. Lesson learned. Let's open up the phone lines. We're very pressed for time. Let's go. Before you know it, the time is gone. 020-127-10242. That is the number to call to join the conversation tonight. Or 020-127-10243. Better still, you can ring me up on WhatsApp or send me a WhatsApp message so the conversation can continue. Okay. Let's hear from this captain. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Captain Lionel.
Good evening. I believe this is Captain Anthony.
Nope,
Okay, I'm wrong.
Captain Namdi.
Okay, Captain Namdi is back. Captain Namdi, what is your take? Or what question do you have?
Sir?
What question do you have? Oh,
Oh.
I don't think Namdi wanted to ask questions, or his phone, his airtime got exhausted.
Yeah.
See, sometimes you have to start thinking of things that could possibly go wrong. All right. Again, conversation about mental health.
Yeah.
Parents, listen a little bit more. But then again, dear captains, because you guys are on the other side, I have a question for you.
Okay.
And my question is, what would you want to be done differently, either from your family or from your school? What are you currently facing right now that could really use some change? Feel free. This is Be Honest. You can be as honest as you need to be. And I promise you, we are not recording you, right? We're not going to play it back for your mommy, or we're not going to play back for your guardian or anything. This is a safe space for you to just join the conversation and tell us exactly how you can, where you need help. And of course, we've got Mr. Sage here, and this is such a wonderful opportunity for him to share a few things. So 020-127-10242. That is the number to call. Hello. Good evening, Captain. What is your name?
Yeah, William.
Okay, Captain Chiagozim, welcome. So, Captain Chiagozim, what do you want to maybe from your school or from your parents? What would you want to be done a little differently?
From my school, I want they should reduce the notes so much for secondary school.
Okay, the notes are a little too much for secondary school.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Sage.
Yeah, okay. Your school, you guys don't do online thing like do they give you guys handouts like printed copies or on your tab soft copies of your
No.
notes? They don't. Oh,
Yeah. No,
okay.
we have screen. We
Okay.
just used to put the note on the screen sometimes.
So which of the subjects have the highest level of notes? Let me put it that way. Which of the subjects? Basic science,
No,
social studies,
no, home economics.
home economics. Ah, well, government have scrapped home economics. Are you still doing it in your school?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that,
Okay.
that's a school thing.
Yeah. It's been scrapped, but I don't know. Maybe your school just wanted you to do it. Sorry, we all went through home economics. We would draw the sewing machine, draw skin. Do you remember? We
Yeah,
did all those
yeah,
things,
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry about that, Captain Chiagozim.
She's in what class?
What class are you in?
Oh,
Oh,
she's
and
gone.
then she probably wasn't listening
Isn't
for
it?
that question. But then again, feel free to join us 020-127-10242. That is the number to call. 12 minutes gone past the hour of 9, and I can't help but just think about what she said.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the notes. Back then, it was biology that nearly killed me.
And economics. This is so good.
I don't know what I'm writing. I probably don't. I'm not going to use this in the nearest future because I'm not going to be a doctor.
Exactly.
Why am I trying to know what the left ventricle, where the left ventricle? Yeah, Aproko doctor is doing that for me, good and well. You know, he's doing that for me. And we just seem to accept whatever we find.
Yeah.
We also have AI now, so why am I typing so much? And honestly, I feel like that's something. What are you guys doing about notes?
Well, in our own system, we have handouts, already written notes. So
Yeah.
what we just do is that we hand it over to them.
Yeah.
So you don't have to really copy in the class. But now
Oh.
that has had a bad effect. So kids become very lazy. They don't even want to come to lectures. Once the lecture starts, they go into their utility rooms because they're like, I have notes already. I'll just read when I get home. So we have to stop it at the point.
Okay.
So one of that did is that we give teachers a particular kind of notes.
Yeah.
So teach from this. No, in our own days, teachers write their lesson notes themselves. Now we are giving teachers the curriculum, the notes on it. And I mean, brief, not too much. So
Okay.
teachers can add a bit to it on every subject. So teachers now can teach more than writing notes.
Wow.
That's what we did.
At this point, I'm tempted to ask you the name of your school, but that would be free. You know, I believe that's for the benefit of the audience at the end of the day. But the truth is this: I think why we're having this conversation is so that we can make these things simpler, so that the harder things could be broken down, and we can reduce the stress for an average teen. The truth is, many people will say that this generation is sharper, but then at the same time, they don't focus so much. You know, their focus time is 3 seconds.
Yes, very,
The-
very.
1, 2,
Very.
3. You can't catch me.
Yeah, off. Yeah, true.
I'm not focusing on what you
True.
have to say.
Sure.
And the truth is, when you look at that, copying notes is not going to do it. You know, compiling homework is not going to do it. Compiling those assignments, we need to look at new ways, you know, to sort of appeal to them.
I think school should even adopt this video teaching. I learned that kids get attracted to what they see and what they hear. So, you want to teach me algebra? Let me see it on the screen.
Yeah.
You want to teach me cell theory? Let me see the pictorial or the visual of cell. It sticks more than reading it in black and white in the modern biology. You
Yeah.
know, and have you seen how big
The textbooks are.
Ababio is?
Yeah. Has it gotten bigger? Because I knew you used to be big.
So one person having Ababio, new school physics, modern biology, and further maths textbook. One child,
Hmm.
4 big textbooks. They can't even open it. The generation now wants to see it. So, but I know I did something. I told some kids that when you go to YouTube, you
Yeah.
have all the new points for Jam and WAEC
Yeah.
on YouTube, explained video. Some are even dramatized as a stage drama. So
Hmm.
go and watch this drama. So once they watch these things and they teach them in class, it just ticks automatically.
Yeah.
So instead of in our own day, there's a poem called O Elephant. That poem is 185 lines. My literature
Wow.
said we should memorize that poem. 185 lines. Is that not wickedness? Till now, I still remember the poem till now.
But I mean, that's the effect of stressing your brain and your brain muscles. You know, for that.
Exactly. Of what importance is that to my life now?
Yeah.
You see it now. So there are audio teachings. And so kids, go to YouTube if you have YouTube on your phone. Everything you're looking for academically is on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's there. The video is there. The acting, the stage drama, whatever is there. So that will help you comprehend it more. But the textbooks now, these kids don't even open books.
Yeah, they don't.
They
So
don't.
most of them don't. But you see, it's a two-way street, and it's the same way it's really been back then. There are some students who are very focused on academics. They excel. They don't even need to stress so much
Yeah.
because they probably have a high IQ.
Mhm.
And then there are some other students who are not interested in the writing and listening in class.
Yeah.
They probably have the best creative lines for music.
Yeah,
They have a
true.
talent, and that talent sort of zaps them away from the academics. And you just need to, and I think teachers need to understand the kind of students that they have.